the hell I said. He had 8 games where he had single-digit shot attempts. And for a while, it was 9.5 assists he was averaging, 9.8. And all of a sudden, I saw those shot attempts and his points go down, and I started to see his assists go up.
Nikola Jokic does not care about stats, does not care about averaging a triple-double. Nikola Jokic, I hate to tell everyone, doesn't care about winning an MVP. He cares about winning a championship. He compared his basketball IQ to LeBron. This is not a guy that cares about stat padding, Perk. The best argument I can make of why this is such a ludicrous statement, they're 23-0 when he has a triple-double.
So when I look at JJ and I hear him talk, because he's so big in analytics and he's a historian when it comes down to diving in deep and going back into history and talking about the evolution of the game, why didn't he never bring up this in particular subject? When it comes down to guys winning MVP since 1990, it's only 3 guys that won the MVP that wasn't top 10 in scoring. Do you know who those 3 guys were?
Who were they?
Steve Nash, Jokic, and Dirk Nowitzki. Now, what do those guys have in common? I'll let it sit there and marinate. You think about it. Now, here's the thing when it comes down to the MVP conversation and why I say the goalpost move. It's because it was during the time in 2006 when Steve Nash won his 2nd MVP, when he had a roster full, didn't have the best record in the league, and Kobe Bryant was averaging 31. And if you go and look at that 2006 roster that Kobe was playing with, which they finished number 7 in the Western Conference, which I don't understand how he did that with that team he had. No disrespect to those players, but it is what it is. How was he not winning it? Leading the league in scoring that year. So when it comes down to moving the goalposts for certain individuals to win it, again, is it Uchiwali or is it One Mike? Like, what song are we actually dancing to right now? Why is this subject not brought up? What do those 3 guys have in common when they won the MVP for us? Steve Nash, Dirk Nowitzki, and Jokic. That wasn't top 10 in scoring. We moved the goalpost so much. So don't come giving me, oh, they're the number 1 seed this year in the Western Conference, so he's averaging triple-double. That's why he should be the clear-cut favorite. They wasn't the number 1 seed last year. They was actually the number 6 seed. One seed from being in the play-in tournament. So that's my whole thing, is like, why we move the goalposts for certain people and then for others, we don't. So when I was trying to make a case 2 years ago for Chris Paul, when I was saying, hey, you know what? The Phoenix Suns, Chris Paul, same organization, same position, same results. Why is he not getting the love that Steve Nash was getting when he was in Phoenix as far as the MVP candidate or winning or being the MVP frontrunner? I'm just trying to say, Stephen A., am I missing something here? Am I missing something?
Well,
is it Uchiwali or is it One Mike? And you know where that song come from,
I
right?
know
That's
I know what you're talking about. So I understand exactly what you're saying. That's number 1. Number 2, though, here's what I would say, and I don't disagree with most of what you're talking about. I'm only addressing the point. I'm only challenging the point about Jokic being, stat chase or whatever. I don't believe there's anything that we've seen from him. I know you're right that dudes know their numbers. I know you're right that they're aware of their numbers. But just like I don't think it's for JJ to definitively state what Jokic thinks and feels, okay? I mean, because there's plenty of players that say one thing and they could be lying through their damn teeth, okay? What I'm saying is, just like JJ can't say, oh, he's not thinking about it, you can't definitively say when it comes to him, he is thinking about it. We don't know, only Jokic knows that. But you are right. There are a lot of players who have openly confessed, hell yeah, they were mindful and aware of their numbers when they were chasing history. And remember when you were on air with me a couple of days ago and you challenged it and you talk about 8 games where he shot in the single digits and you talked about some stuff that happened months ago, I challenged you from the standpoint that was pretty early in the season for him to be thinking about what you said he was thinking about. But I do understand your point. That does go on in the league. There is no doubt about that. And even though JJ can say he doesn't believe that Jokic thinks that way, and Jokic may have said, That's not what he thinks about. If you're JJ, you don't definitively know that Jokic himself is not thinking that way. I know there are players in the league who have, and there are some who haven't.
Hey, what's up, guys? Jag from Jaggy Sports here. It's about that time. Let's get right into it. As you just saw, the Joker and Kendrick Perkins. So Joker last night got his 100th triple double of his career. Now, Kendrick Perkins is basically saying that he's stat padding. He's basically saying that when he has like 9.5 assists or something, he doesn't go for the shot. He tries to go for the assist, and just to get that double-double. Now, I don't know. I haven't really followed much on Joker and the analytics of it all, but to me, Joker just seems like a nice guy. I get it. He's got his 100 triple double, and I get it. Last year they were sixth place, but this year they're in the first, and he's still averaging triple doubles. So, is he stat padding? I don't know. It's tough to say. Was Russ Westbrook stat padding that one year when he won the MVP a long time ago? I 100% don't know, because the thing is, obviously he won the triple-double, or he won the MVP, and he got like so many triple-doubles, but at the end of the day, to say that he is actually stat padding is a big-time accusation, and I don't know, I kind of want to hear from you guys. Is he stat padding for real, or is he not, right? I have no idea. But at the end of the day, he also brings up a point saying, he's implying that there's a lot of bias when it comes to MVP. And he brings up three guys: Nash, Joker, and Nowitzki. And he's basically implying, what do those three guys have in common? And he goes, I'll let you marinate on that for a bit. Meanwhile, there are other guys that could have won the exact same thing, that had better numbers, but he's basically implying a little racial bias. When it comes to that, I gotta ask you guys a question. Do you guys believe in that? Do you guys actually think that there is racial bias when it comes to the MVP conversation? And do you guys think that Joker is stat padding? Fair questions, but the whole racial bias thing, yeah, you know what, there was a lot of considerations for MVP. I don't think it's, I don't know. I'll let you guys marinate on that for a bit. Leave your thoughts and opinions on, is there racial bias towards choosing who the MVP should be? Is Joker stat padding? Leave a comment in the comment section. As always, this is Jag from Jaggy Sports.